question of the night. You know, the Latino market, first of all, it is exploding, right? What is going on in the Hispanic market right now?
They keep having more babies.
Right? As far as network marketing, yeah, they do keep having more babies. So, you know, what we have seen is companies literally get a wave of new people joining the company. We've seen companies that were predominantly one culture kind of get, you know, taken over with all these Latinos that are joining, and they're going to the top, they're making money, they're helping their friends, they're helping their family. What is going on?
Yeah, what's going on with Latino community, you know, and it's kind of interesting. I was actually looking at some numbers, and we're growing, okay? I'm Latino. But fastest.
In case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know, I was at the sun today, so I'll be a little darker today. So yes, lover two, okay.
You're sweet.
So, but you know, the Latino community, Hispanic community is growing. By 2050, we're supposed to be the largest population in the U.S. Okay, so there's a big buying power, and obviously we're talking about network marketing. So, you know, as an immigrant coming from Mexico. You know, we believe in the American dream still. We believe that America is the land of opportunity. We believe that this is kind of where you come and the dreams come true. So that's kind of the market that you guys have. People that are hungry, people that want more out of life, and that are not scared to work and make it happen. So big population. But today we're going to talk about how is it that you can tap into it in the easiest way. What's the easiest way?
Well, what worked for me, I mean, marry Latino, right? I mean, that seems to be the obvious thing here.
So, the easiest way to tap into the Hispanic market is marry one. Marry a Latino.
But we're going to get into some good stuff. But I do want to recognize a couple of people. If you did share this video, put a share in the comment section so we can recognize you. I see Lucia shared. Thank you, my dear. We always appreciate you and all that you're doing. And so let's talk about this. So, you know, not only do the Latinos have the biggest buying power and they're growing, I mean, let's just get real. Okay, you all have to make some babies. I mean, Latino families, they're bigger.
We don't believe in 2, we believe in like 8.
8, or how many brothers and sisters?
I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
Okay, so 1 of 9. And your mom and dad?
Mom and dad?
Yeah, how many siblings did they have?
Oh, my get this. Think, yeah, these are some crazy numbers here. You can go to your top company with the kind of kids they're having. That my mom came from like family of 12, and my dad, I think at one point grandma had 18. So I
18
mean,
kids.
No TV. There was
Ladies,
no TV.
Can I get an amen that we're past that, right? Yeah. So they grow. Okay.
Yeah.
So if they don't bring new people to join the team, they just make a baby.
We just make them, all right?
Take the kid to the top of the company.
We don't wait for people. We don't recruit. We make our downline.
That's
okay?
right. That's right. So no, but seriously. Okay. So here's the question that we get, and literally we get this all the time because our organization is predominantly Hispanic. Probably 90% or more of our organization are Latinos or Spanish speakers. What do you do if you don't speak Spanish? Maybe you're American or you're from another culture, but like you don't speak the language. And how do you infiltrate and get them to join your business, right?
Without having to marry one.
Okay.
Not that you have to, okay?
So give your 2 cents on that, and I'll give my 2 cents on that.
Well, you know, everyone, people always want to tap into, how do you connect with the Latino community, Hispanic community? And it really comes down to finding a leader, finding somebody that has influence. A lot of times, and I've had this before, I've had people call me from my team and, they speak English and they say, hey, I have this great guy, can you talk to him? And, he's a cook or he's my landscaper, and they don't even get into the see if they're open. They just basically, they think right away. And I'm not saying that we're prejudging anybody here. I've done landscaping, okay? I've done some different works. But you're wanting somebody that can at least communicate with you if you speak English. What does that mean? You want somebody that you can talk to that's bilingual, okay? So that they can bring that information, take that whatever information may be, and kind of pass it on. And you're looking for somebody that has some kind of leadership quality. Now, so talk to somebody, maybe an insurance agent, a real estate agent. I was in real estate. Maybe talk to somebody who active in their church. but you know they speak English and Spanish. They don't have to do network marketing. Maybe it's their first time, and you can guide them through the process. But you're really wanting somebody that obviously can speak English and Spanish well, that they can kind of bring whatever it is that they're offering, whatever it is that you're offering, to them, to that community. So, and then once you have that, you mentor them. You kind of give them time, pour into them. And let me tell you something. You find the right leader, you find that right person, and obviously she married it. No, but we actually
but you were not in network marketing when we met. Okay?
No.
Okay, so here's the truth, guys. The truth is this: I was a hairdresser, and he was a metal grinder.
I was a metal grinder, and but I spoke English.
Yes, but he spoke English.
But here's the thing: we made salsa dancing. Someday we'll share a story.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting because I wanted more out of life, and I was reading books, and it's kind of interesting. I invited my girlfriend, which she's my ex-girlfriend now. She's my wife.
Yeah.
So I invited her to a real estate investment seminar on our second month dating. It was like kind of like my invitation to a date kind of thing.
Yeah.
And because I was looking for a way to make money. And think about how many people, how many Hispanics out there want something different. They're working in the sun. They're cutting grass, and not all of them, but a good portion of them are doing that. I did that. I cut grass. I worked at a restaurant. I worked at a wood mill, and I did metal grinding. Mm-hmm. I'm a high school dropout. So, and I was, but you know what? I was looking for something, and I think we come with that mindset and know this. We love this country, and when we come here, we're wanting that American dream. So when we're wherever, and it's not just people from Mexico. We're talking about people from Colombia, from Venezuela, from Cuba, from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and all the Latin countries, if I didn't mention it. When we come here, we really believe that it's better here, and it is better here. So I think what happens is just people don't realize how good people have it here. So find a Latino that's hungry and kind of mentor them, coach them in the process. So that's what I would say,
Totally. So, okay, so my 2 cents on this, all right? So everything rises and falls on leadership, right? That's John Maxwell 101, right? And so here's what happens, and what Juan was saying, just to kind of like come at it from a different angle, is that, if you want a Hispanic team, if you want to tap into the Latino community, you have to have someone that is your ambassador that's going to help you do that. Anytime we've ever built a network marketing business, we've always had teams that were different ethnic groups. The first big build, about 5,000 people in that company, we all had basically Anglos, right? Second time around, we had an entire African American team. Here we are now, but why? How did that happen? Like, what's up with that, right? Like, you're like, how did you end up with like the brothers? And you're like, we're not that, right? So like, it's because we found leadership there. And so when you find leadership, when you find someone that has the eyes to see, they have the ears to hear, they have a heart to do this. They like, hey, you know what? I don't know all the details, but I'm driving a Honda and you got a Mercedes. Can you show me how? I want to know. So a couple of things. They are hungry. That's the first thing. The second thing is that they are bilingual. Okay, you cannot have a Hispanic team and expect to lead them and have nobody that even speaks your language. That is not going to fly. It's just not going to fly. So just know that if you want to get into that market, you are looking for, who do you know that's in real estate? Who do you know that maybe they own their own business? Who do you know that has a tienda? Who do you know that has some type of leadership skills already and they're hungry for more, right? They came to this country for the American dream, and you can take them by the hand and say, hey, let me help you. Let me show you a way to get that American dream and get this thing done.
And just, some advice here, if somebody approaches us, that's, I don't want to use the word white, but American, I don't want people to think I'm...
Okay, are we going to be politically
I can't be racist because I married somebody.
No, yeah.
But we really respect when somebody who speaks English from America, approaches us about an opportunity. It's kind of interesting. I think we'll listen to somebody who speaks English more than our Latino. It's the weirdest thing, but we'll listen to somebody that speaks English that will share us an opportunity, because remember, we hold them in high regards. We kind of see them as, somebody that's from America, so we respect them. And sometimes even our own Latino friends, when we get a call from our cousin or our brother, and possibly because sometimes, we are a little, okay, so just some little different things. Every Sunday, they like to drink their cerveza, or they love their football, so it's sometimes hard to see them as business, when you talk to somebody who's American, we'll listen to them. It's
like you take them serious.
We take them serious because we respect what they have to say. So,
and do you feel like, hey, that's kind of an honor if they approach you, like an American approaches a Latino? That's like, oh, this is good. Like, we need to talk some business.
Don't be shy. If you want to get into Latino market, don't be shy to kind of start talking to them, asking them, hey, have you ever looked at other ways to make money? And don't be shy to talk to them or think that in some way you're looking at them down. If you find somebody that's cutting grass, or that's a great if they're a waiter, you talk to them, ask them. Don't be afraid, because a lot of times people think, well, are you gonna come across like you're racist, or what is that called? Condescending. Nothing like that. Trust me. When I was working in this factory, Superior Fabrication, I was a metal grinder. I never got approached, but if somebody would approach me who spoke English, I would have said, okay, I'm listening, but they didn't approach me. So but that's what I have to say. So don't be scared. Approach and ask somebody, and start that conversation and ask a lot of questions. Hear the hot buttons. So do you guys want to know the hot buttons? I think
that's important.
Hot buttons.
About that. Yeah.
So here's the thing. We love our mom. Okay, if you're talking to a guy, we love mama. Okay, we love our family. And so when you talk to us, if you want to say us, Hispanics, Latino, really try to figure out something that's in the family oriented. If you talk to a guy, if you mention their mom, I mean, we hold our mom, we love our dad, but our mom, I'm a mama's boy, and most of Latinos, are like, our dream is to basically to provide for, Latinos. We're in our culture, it's kind of expected for us to later on have our parents live with us, because that means, they took care of you when you were little, and now you take care of them. So know that we really honor our parents. It's big, it's huge. So parents, family, obviously and I was reading, and this isn't direct selling news, but this is also to be true. This is true. Our first time home buyers, and if you talk to them about owning a house, the American dream is to own a house. And that's huge. So talking about family, talking about owning a house, home ownership is just, it just really does it for us.
It's like the hook of the American dream, right?
Is the hook. Home ownership is big and entertaining. I mean, we love to entertain. That's why we want to get a house, because we love to entertain. So you start tapping into Hispanic, you can get one that will lead you to thousands.
Literally, so literally thousands.
So if you're looking, well, how can I start a team? A lot of times, you want to go recruit a bunch of people and not give them the time. Find one person that you can pour into. Who's hungry, who's got some leadership quality, who you can communicate with. Because if you taproot it, we'll talk about taproot some other time, but if you start really taprooting, they'll start leading you to other people, and we're very connected. So you'll see that you'll start, you may start with one person, but let me tell you, they'll bring uncle, they'll bring mom, they'll bring sister, they'll bring 10 people, just, their brothers and sisters that will get into business, and they'll do it. We have a family today that's done very well. And actually, we have a lot of families that you'll see the father, the mother, the kids all get involved. The very family oriented.
Absolutely. So then they start recruiting their cousins, and you know how many cousins they got. I mean, there's like tons of them, right?
We got a lot of cousins, tons of cousins.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of my thoughts on that is, like, you gotta understand who you're talking to. So much of getting into somebody's world, so much of connecting with someone is understanding who they are and where they're coming from and what's the culture. You know, if you look at, you know, the American, the Anglo market, you know, they're a little more edgy, a little more techie, a little more, you know, they want to text, they want a video, they want to do all of that. That's not really the Latino way. I mean, take that, like, they're like, I don't know, 10, 20 years. They're a little bit behind what has happened with where the Americans are going. And so you got to think about, there's two groups, right? There's the younger generation, the millennials, let's say 25 and younger, right? They're the techie and they're online and they're twittering and they're doing all their, what is it? Snapchat. They're snapping, right? They're snapping all over the place. And that's cool. But your target market, if you really want to build this big, you got to focus on your target market. Your target market is not those people. Your target market is someone that's 25 to 55, 60.
Yes.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And those people are not tech. So you got to connect with them the way that they want to be connected with. You got to speak to them. You got to speak their language. So some keys that have been essential for us in building our business is keeping it low tech, keeping it simple, keeping it duplicatable. And there's some tools that we have used in our business that's basically, I mean, last year we did like $20 million in revenue. I mean, like it's,
yeah,
you know, it did well.
And we did it mostly, that was actually mostly done, and we're not going to get into it, but that was mostly done with like a flip chart, mm-hmm. you know, 5 steps and 10 core commitments, which we're not going to get into it, but it, you know, building a community. But, you know, getting back to, you know, what you were saying, you got to know your audience. And there is a group of, you can call them, I don't know if you call them millennials, but there's a group of people that are coming. Now, here's one thing. Don't think that because they're not as savvy with the webinars, that once you teach them something, this is what I know, they'll outwork a lot of people. I mean, Hispanics are a little crazy. We're a little crazy. When it comes to work.
Yeah.
We'll do a presentation at 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
Christmas.
We'll do it on Christmas.
New Year's Day.
Once the goal is set, they'll just like, you know, they'll go to 1 or 2 in the morning. Why? Because we found an opportunity and we'll run with it. But again, we need to get direction from somebody. So if you're a person that you can, you know, mentor them, give them time, teach them, then they'll stick with you because they'll learn from you. Mm-hmm. And if you do that, if you teach them, even if you start teaching them how to use Facebook, how to use webinars, some of those tools, they'll stick with you because they learn something. So they really honor that. So just remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's wrap it up. What are your final thoughts?
Well, we'll do more videos.
Yeah, I think.
What do you guys? We have a lot of fun, and we've been doing videos for last year. You know, I've been doing them in Spanish, and it's like, why don't we do more together and kind of share a lot of things? So we'll do other videos that we get into exactly what we did. We might actually maybe do a course. Maybe we might even do a course on exactly what we did, step by step.
Yeah.
You know, really, you know your audience. Don't be scared to talk to Latinos. Start doing it actively. Don't think people we're gonna look at you bad. No, we'll look at you bad if you don't approach us and somebody else does, because then you're not giving us the opportunity to say no if it's a no. What if it's a yes? Okay, so don't be scared to approach somebody, ask the question, they'll lead you somebody. So the biggest thing is maybe start, maybe this week, maybe say, hey, you know what? I'm going to look for somebody who's Latino, maybe speaks both languages, and I'm going to step out in faith and I'm going to go talk to them.
Absolutely.
You start with that, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good. So here's my final thoughts. It just takes one good one. One. Not 10, not 20, not 100, one. It just takes one. If you get one person that's hungry for more, they have a desire, and you pour into them some leadership skills, like literally most of the people in our organization that are like top leaders in the company have not ever done network marketing before, but we made a conscious commitment to pour into them so that they had the skills. Like we could pass the baton, we could raise up that leader, and then they can go do their thing, and that's what happened. So it just takes one. It doesn't take the whole world. Go out there. Now, caveat. You're gonna need to talk to a bunch to get the one, but it only takes one good one to build a team that can literally be hundreds or thousands of people. Now, here's what I'll say. Here's the piggyback on that. You got to get out of your comfort zone and know, like Maxwell said, everything rises and falls on leadership. People will follow you based on your leadership. So How was your leadership? Are you at a spot in your life right now where you're like, okay, love this, want a big team, all sounds good, but I think maybe I need to step up my game. Like, I need to go to the next level. I need to have my breakthrough. I need to be a person that can lead someone with me. And that all begins with, leading yourself first. And so if you're at a spot in your life where you're like, that's me, then I have something that will help you. And here's what it is. It's the 10 steps. This is something that was designed to really help you clear out some of the things that have maybe been holding you back in the past and help you dial in, focus in on what you want so that you can finally receive your breakthrough. And we've already had tons of people go through it. It's been amazing.
Yes, and actually to add to that, it's kind of, when it comes to having a breakthrough, the one person that really can kind of give somebody the strategy, I would have to say is my wife, because a lot of times I need breakthrough. Okay, a lot of times and she's just more built where she can put things in I guess in order. I'm more like throw everything, see what sticks. And she's more organized. Seriously, guys, I'm like,
we're a good fit.
I just create massive chaos, and she organizes it. So, with what she put together of getting your breakthrough, basically go through that so you can have your breakthrough. Yeah, we've been getting messages from people. Hey, this has helped me. So just how is it that they get into?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, you can click on the link that's listed up here and enter your name and email, and it will unlock everything for you. It'll give you access to it. So yeah,
she'll send you the course. So, with that, I'll say that something else that you guys can do. Maybe send us a private message, because I know we're gonna get. I know there's a lot of people thinking, well, there's got to be more into tapping into Latino community. If you send us a private message and you guys want us to cover maybe some other stuff,
specific topic,
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, with that, or if you have something in general and you're dealing with some different things in your team right now, and you're like, hey, I wanted some answers to these questions, let us know so we can jump on and we can talk about it. So that is it, guys. It's been so great hanging out with you all. Take care, be blessed, and
bendiciones.
We'll see you all next time. Bendiciones. For more great training and to receive your free bonus training, the 10-step process for getting out of your own way and finally rank advancing, visit summergeronimo.com.